Hadithi yangu, my story. I tell it the way I lived it, the way I understand it, and the way it made me feel. It's my truth, my experience, my life. What's your story? Because we want to hear it. Welcome to Hadithi Yangu podcast, and my name is Cecilia Mlenga, your host and narrator. Did you know that over 80% of single-parent households around the world are headed by women? Being a single mother means wearing every hat: provider, nurturer, protector, and often healer all at once. It's a journey marked by both quiet sacrifices and powerful strength. Today we go beyond the stereotypes to hear the real story, raw, honest, and inspiring, of a woman navigating motherhood on her own terms. This is her truth, her voice, her journey. This is Hawa's truth. All right. Hello. Hi, Hawa.
Hi.
How are you? How is your Sunday? I know nimekuleta muda ambao jamani sasa hivi watu wana relax, lakini unfortunately on my end this is 9 a.m. So I just woke up. How are you feeling?
Well, my Sunday is awesome. I had time to rest and, at least now nina ka space kidogo. And don't worry about the time difference thing. It's completely understandable. But yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yay! Welcome to Hadithi Yangu podcast. We are so happy to have you on board. This is one of those stories, as much as I know you, I am really excited to learn more about you and your journey. So maybe for starters, who is Hawa? Can you describe her? What does she like? What does she spend most of her time? Just those things that make Hawa. Hawa without, being the boss lady that she is. Who is Hawa?
How can I put it? Hawa ni an optimistic human being ambaye anapenda kuanza siku zote, everything that she does anapenda kuanza na the best foot forward. Anapenda treating people the way she wants to be treated. So she's that kind of person. She likes spreading the positive energy anywhere alipo. Yeah. That is always something ambacho it drives me to be who I am. I spend most of my time, I think napenda tu kukaa nyumbani, honestly speaking. I love staying at home.
And that's perfectly fine. I'm also a homebody. I used to be an extrovert, and I think I still am to a certain extent. Lakini, now that I'm a mom, yani every time my husband is like, twende nje, I'm just like, if it's not necessary, I'm not going. So I definitely understand.
Just want to reboot.
Yes, every moment I get, I'm like, this is my moment to rest. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I just want to rest. Kwa hiyo mambo ya kwanza kwenda huko nje, I'm just like, no thank you. You are a career woman. What do you do and what do you think has helped you get to where you are? I've seen you thrive in so many spaces. We've worked together before at a different company. But seeing you grow and just evolve, it's one of the most beautiful things I've been privileged to watch. What do you do? What has helped you grow and to become the woman that you are now?
Well, so far, I would like to term myself as a leader. Right now, I'm just leading. I'm leading a team of software developers. They're doing amazing things, and I help them do things differently. Software development is all about, jamani ni technology, website or mobile app. But what is the impact of it? Inamaanisha nini? So the way mimi nina lead at the moment, ninahakikisha kwamba I am simplifying things to everyone. If your level sasa hivi inasema kwamba okay, you should just adapt to having a WhatsApp in your business, to me a WhatsApp kujibu your clients, that's how I am leading my team towards achieving. Saying that, you know what, Tanzania is here right now, this is how we should package what we do. So throughout the journey of my career, so far nimepata coaching za aina nyingi sana in different levels. I've been fortunate on that arena kwa kweli. Tangu nimeanza kazi, I've been having bosses that wananisaidia. They see something in me and they're like, you know what? This is how you can do it better.
Yes.
Hawakubadilishi, but they
Mm,
magnify what you have.
That's beautiful.
And that has been happening in every level of my career. So it kind of builds me in a way. Kiasi kwamba sasa hivi I've had some pillars ambazo najua, you know what? This is what defines me as an individual. Nikiwa kazini, nikiwa kwenye area of professionalism. If I see these pillars, then I'm good to go. Then you'll get the authentic
Mm.
Hawa.
And the topic of the day, we are talking about Hawa becoming a single mother. I would not wish that on anyone, but I would love to dive in more on what was life before you became a mother.
If there was something more extreme than a normal extrovert, I think that would have been me. I still had the same positive energy, but it was all over the place. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I would be, I was a ball of energy. I was everywhere. Some, maybe a task I would make sure I do it like 1,000 times better. Or I just had energy to spare. Yani I was
Yeah.
all over the place.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I remember when we used to work together. On Fridays, if we have any activities, the way you would show up, the way you would dance to make mziki
You
hapo,
know?
I'm just like, girl, we've had a tough week. How in the world are you able to show up
Where
like
was
this?
this?
And then labda hiyo siku tunaenda out on that Friday. And the way you're just so energetic. I'm energetic, but you are on a different level. So I can completely understand what you mean, but I wish I was able to see that Hawa before becoming a mother, just to be able to relate to the Hawa that you are right now. Um, did you always imagine yourself becoming a mom?
No, no. I imagine myself becoming an awesome aunt.
Mm.
An awesome aunt? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love kids. I've always loved kids. And
Why didn't becoming a mom come to the picture for you early on?
well, I don't know. I think it's because unajua familia like Tanzania, you're always living with either your parents or your sisters, and you don't have that, nisemaje, more of an exposure to a certain extent. Your life is already structured in a way kwamba huwezi ukafikiria something bigger, if I can say
Mm.
that's the case. Kwa sababu I was living with my sister and, she had this amazing nephew who now is taller than me and is giving me a bad attitude. And I'm like, dude, I took care of you. But the connection we had it
Mm.
was different. I enjoyed
Mm.
taking care of a child, a 2, 3 months old, but thinking that I would actually have a baby, become a mom, back then it didn't click.
Yeah.
I was too
Mm.
busy with
I can.
red hair and purple hair and stuff.
Yes, I used to be that girl. I used to have colored hair all the time, and my principal would always be hunting for me kwa sababu term ikianza anajua tu Cecilia is probably with some crazy hairstyle. And I'm just like, you're basically taking away my freedom. I should be able to express myself in the way that I want. And then now, being a mom, there are days I'm just like, does it mean I have to alter some things that make me me, or will my daughter be
Mm.
okay with me just being the crazy me? But yes, like kuna muda unakaa unasema Mungu wangu, no, I don't think I can become a mom, at least at the time. And then now that you are a mom, it's kind of weird, but it's also beautiful. So absolutely, mi mwenyewe kwa kweli, I think hata wewe mwenyewe umeshangaa. I think when you found out I was pregnant, you were probably like, what? You know?
You shocked me. That was the biggest one. I mean, it goes in the books.
Yeah, it goes in the books, absolutely. So, becoming a mother, now that you hadn't foreseen yourself becoming a mom, but then it happened that you found out that you're gonna become a mom. Can you walk us through your journey to motherhood? What were the circumstances around your pregnancy and childbirth? and then finding out that you don't just have one little angel, but two,
Oh
because you're a
Lord.
mom of twins. How was that? How was that experience?
Well, I think the trigger for me, one was finding the guy that I believed that he was the right one. We clicked in
Mm,
so many levels, like so many levels. We both loved cooking. We both loved movies. We kind of had the same everything. And this is where we were like, you know what? Let's have kids.
mm,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I was like, no, no, we're not doing that. We should plan this properly. Okay, we'll have kids, but let's plan this properly. This is what Tanzania, bwana, eh? So this is
mm,
what we can do. Weddings are expensive.
mm,
Let's make sure we get the kodi out of the way. And after that, let's get pregnant. Alafu all the harusi stuff will happen in the middle. And then after, from the honeymoon, that's when I'll be ready to pop, and then we'll have our child.
mm, mm.
Okay? It was properly planned. And then I got pregnant because that, at least that part we didn't schedule it. Like, it kind of happened. We were just, you know what, we're not going to be careful because we want to have kids. So I find out that I am pregnant, and then I went, how I found out was actually, okay, a bit funny, but I went to the hospital and I'm doing the whole thingy, and then the doctor's like, let's kind of do the ultrasound just to be sure. So we do the ultrasound, and then that lady doesn't tell me anything. She just hands me the photos and this paper. I go to the doctor says, yeah, you're pregnant, congratulations. I'm like, yay,
Oh.
okay. I'm coming back to work because it was afternoon and I have to go back to work. I was just feeling a bit all over the place. That's why I went to check. I'm reading that paper, the one that they gave me, and there is a part that says twin gestation.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what the hell is this? What do they mean? So I'm taking that photo of the ultrasound, I'm looking, and they're like two viarages. They're very tiny, but they're two, which is
Mm,
weird because it's supposed to be one. So I keep on
mm,
like putting the paper close to my face, just trying to see, the photo. Am I looking at the same thing? I
mm.
go to the office. I Google the term. It says twins. I don't trust Google. I call my cousin. I'm like, what does twin gestation mean? She's like, how are you having twins? I was like, hell no. It's too early for me to know if I'm having twins. And yeah, you have twins. So that's how I found out I had twins,
Oh, wow.
which was weird. And the perception, the answer, or rather the reaction that I got from him after telling him, we're officially pregnant, bro.
Mm,
Plan is working. Let's get to it.
mm,
He didn't give me the reaction I was expecting. And
mm,
that was the first time that I had that red flag.
mm.
Yeah. So I kind of ignored it, saying that, you know what, ni shock. He's a dude. Maybe I'm a panic. Nimpe muda. He was still there, but alikuwa bado ana linger in the background. He wasn't like taking ownership of or being excited as I was. So fast forward, it was a stressful pregnancy because I kept on wanting him. I kept on clinging to him, but he wasn't giving me the same energy. So it was like, I am alone, even though you're the father and you're right here because we're working together. That's another downfall.
Oh,
I
you
get
guys
to
work
see
in
you
the
every
same.
day, but you're not seeing me.
Mm,
You know what I'm going through, but you're not giving me that connection anymore.
mm.
And when I was on month 7, I had a placenta abruption.
Oh, goodness. Mm,
Yeah, so I'm going, it's night. I'm going to the washroom. I was like, oh, I need to pee. And then I see blood all over, start screaming. It was crazy. My sisters just, I was glad that they were there because they had to drive me to the hospital. And they were like, you know what, Hawa, we need to take those babies out. Otherwise, they won't survive.
wow.
So, yeah.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
And the fact that they tried to reach him, but they couldn't reach him, nobody could reach him. I was like, shit. Shit. By this time, we already paid for the annual kodi. We've already furnished the house, and he's not here.
Mm,
So have I just financed him for the whole year, or what's happening? But it
mm,
was my moment. That was the critical moment where I was like, yeah, this is all you, Hawa. You gotta handle this.
mm.
He's not coming.
So after you were in the hospital, how long were you admitted in the hospital? Did he avail himself after a couple of days? What did that look like after that night?
He did show up. Showed up, and I mean, he was there, but again, my sisters had to make him do stuff for him to move. It was
Mm-hmm.
not one of those, oh, it's my kids, I have to go look. Like, someone has to
Mm-hmm.
push him to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
he was there,
Mm-hmm.
and I could feel that disconnection.
Mm.
Yeah. So we stayed at the hospital for 3 months
Oh wow.
because, yeah, we cannot leave until the kids, reach a term. I
Mm.
remember my boy was 600 grams and then 700
Wow.
for. Yeah, they were so tiny, and the
Oh.
battle was to get them to 1.5 kgs each for
Oh.
them to be able to sustain outside,
Mm.
like the normal environment. So
Yeah.
we stayed there. We stayed there for 3 months at the hospital, and we could have left early, but my son actually had an issue when they were feeding him, milk, akapaliwa.
Mm.
It went to his lungs, and then he had complications. Yeah, so we had to stay there longer for him.
Wow. Hey, let's take a quick break. Dear listener, thank you for taking this journey with us. We are so grateful to have you on board. To help us grow, please share this show with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe. We are on Instagram and TikTok under the name Hadith Yango Podcast. We would love to hear from you. Share your feedback. And if you have a story you want to share with the world, send us a DM or an email on hadithiyangopodcast@gmail.com. At what point did you realize you were raising your children on your own? And just for context, you ended up having two kids. As you said, you had twins. So one is a girl and one is a boy. They are lovely babies. I've met them. So at what point did you realize, you know what, this is actually me and me alone? Can you tell us, did he end up confirming to you that these are the challenges I have, so I don't think I can do this with you?
Well, first I realized that I was alone, like the final, you know what, we're alone, after we returned home. Because one, I had to go back to my sister's house and not our house. The fact that he didn't push for us to, you know what, we already paid for the house anyway. Can you just come here?
Mm,
Let's do this
mhm,
together. He just went radio silence. And
mm.
I moved to my sister. And that was it. That was the last time I heard from him
And nothing
in
at
a
all. So
while.
he never called after that. He didn't check up. Did he support you in those early months of motherhood?
No, he didn't. He didn't. He was just MIA. My family tried to reach out to him, just to know what is wrong. The least you can do is just tell me if I've done something wrong. That suspense of always thinking that, is it me? Is it him? Is it what? And at the same time, remember, if I am stressed, I won't get any milk and I'm supposed to feed two. That's another thing. I mean, that's when I was like, Hawa, this is reality, baby girl.
Mm,
It is you. My
mm,
family was there. I got a lot of support, by the way, from my family. And I think that's the one that made me sane. My sanity was, like they were more of my center. They kind of pulled me whenever I wanted to fall. But then again, there is a lot people can do. At the end of the day, at night, everyone is asleep, and you're there breastfeeding two kids at the same time. Your back is killing you, and you're like, shit, what did I get myself into?
mm, mm, mm.
What was I thinking?
How did your life change when you became a single mother? Because now that the one person that you had expected to do this life thing with is no longer in the picture, I can only imagine not having support and having two kids. What were some of the first challenges you experienced as a single parent?
Well, one was judgment from our coworkers.
Mm,
I received a lot of that, and I don't know until today the reasons behind it, but there was judgment, and most of them was, some said I was trying to trap him into a relationship, forgetting that we dated a long time before. somewhere just distance. They kind of walini avoid yani.
Mm.
And it was troubling because even after kuondoka hospitali, I had to stay home for 6 months just to cope with the whole thing.
Mm.
So coming back to work, it was like narudi sasa, where are my friends? Of course hawakuja kuniona because there were some health things, restrictions na nini, watoto wakiwa preemies wanapewa.
Mm.
But I'm here. And that's the moment unategemea, oh, jamani fulani atani support, at least ask me how I'm doing, something. But instead, nikapata ile the resentment. So there was that judgment part, ambayo so far it was hard for me to deal with, kwa sababu at the end of the day, natumia muda mwingi ofisini. So if that is the only place that I don't feel safe, then it's a problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that
Absolutely.
was the first one. The second was, wow, feeding 2 kids on lactogen and my milk wasn't enough. And there
Mm.
was a whole lot of diaper mountains. That's another
Mm.
cost.
Mm.
So I found myself forgetting that I'm human and sometimes I need to look good as well. Everything just nilipush kila kitu kwa watoto. Yeah, I love cars, you know me. I love cars. I had to sell my car just for that. There was a trauma of the whole hospital bill. Yani, I was coping with a lot. So I really wanted someone ambaye sio around my family wa kunishika
Yeah.
mkono cause siko nyumbani, yani niko nje.
Yeah.
So I think that one is, that was the difficult part for me. Urudi sasa kwenye hali ya kawaida, like, okay, now how you're a mom. You work with him, but he doesn't care. You see him every day, but you don't talk because he doesn't even reply ukimsalimia. And I have to remain professional kwa sababu niko kazini.
I can only imagine. And how long did you work in that company until you decided, okay, it's time for me to go? Or at any point, did he leave that job, or you guys still worked in the same office, and for how long?
Well, I couldn't leave per se because I kind of needed that job and it was a big company offering a lot of benefits. They were
Mm.
part of the people who helped me clear the bill for my kids,
Oh, wow.
which was a very hefty one, like 400 million something Tanzania shillings.
Oh,
So
good.
they kind of helped me with that. I was loyal. I wasn't about to go anywhere, but I hit, there was a point. Something started to happen throughout it. I think it was on year 2. No, it was actually after they turned 1. When the twins turned 1, I got a promotion and I was transferred.
Mm.
Yeah, I was transferred to the headquarters. So I couldn't see him anymore. It was a very nice thing to happen.
Okay.
And then with this new crowd, I got new energy. I got this, there are always those motherly figures that you kind of meet in a place and they're like, oh, how you have kids? Tell me about you. You tell them and you're like, you're getting this motherhood thing embrace you. I was kind of fortunate to have that after being transferred to the headquarters. So
That's
it was
good.
nice.
That was good. Yeah, I would. I think if I was in in your position, that would have been the best relief, honestly. Because yeah, the moment you have kids, man, there are a lot of things that are no longer just about you. It's not about how you feel. It's more about how can I take care of these little ones so that they are safe, and it becomes your priority. So, how did you
Yeah.
cope emotionally with the shift into the motherhood, space? Were there moments of doubt or fear, and how did you handle them?
Well, I had those moments. But again, like I said, my family was always there. And I think they're the ones who made things look a bit easier. There were times and I was like, you know what, if something doesn't work, I would just take it to heart, get hurt, like crying all the time. And my sister would just come and say, you know what, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So relax, pray about it. everything will work out well. Yeah, I think the coping mechanism for me was always that connection that I had with not having to keep things in. If something is troubling me, I'll always have someone to tell, and I'll be free because I know they won't judge me. Even if they won't give me a solution, but I don't have it in my chest, I don't have to carry it anymore.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. We are so happy that family was there to support you. And now, balancing life. How do you balance motherhood, work, and personal dreams? Because, like you said in the beginning, you're one of those people that are just your work ethic is above and beyond. And I can testify to that because I've seen your work in motion, and I can see how you pour out in everything 100% plus. So now that you're a mother, how did you balance work, your dreams, and everything else, having fun? How do you do it?
Well, in the beginning, it was tough. It was very tough. I definitely saw myself doing 60% motherhood. Like, I
Mm-mm.
wasn't focusing at work. I love writing. I love cooking. But I'll be like, you know what? There's always a next time. There's Dada. Dada will cook. Writing, no, 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 no. I need to send emails. Yeah. And
Mm.
after finishing emails, I need to sit with my kids. I miss them. So at the end of the day, this is where some coaching started coming in. I had a coach from, my workplace, and she kind of set me down and asked, like, how are you are always hardworking? That is something that we see. It comes naturally to you. But I just hope that you're not forgetting that you're actually a person, have a life. There's something else you need to focus on. You always told me you like to cook. So how about you cook me something?
Mm.
I was like, oh, I haven't done that in a very long time. Besides, there are two proposals we need to send today. She was like, I know, I'm aware. I am your boss.
Mm.
So I know. So you know what? Make us something. And when I was cooking, I was like, geez, this is where I want to be.
Mm.
It kind of made me feel a certain way. And then the next day when we're sitting, we're eating, and everyone is like, oh my God, this food is amazing. Da da da, we are happy. She was like, how I
Mm.
think just list down the things that you like. Tell me how your day looks like. I gave her my day. I was like, this is me. Like, fine, you don't have time for yourself here anywhere. You need to find time for yourself. So in the
Mm.
beginning, it wasn't a voluntary action. I was forced into balancing stuff. So she was like, you know what? In the morning, do your emails. In the afternoon, do this. In the what, do this, do this. And it
Mm.
became a habit after a month or so. And then I was like, oh, so what I was missing was a structure. I
Yes, yes.
needed to structure my life. I needed to know when I'm needed and where to do
Mm.
what. And that is how right now I am able to be a mom, even though I'm not that good at math yet. That part I take it to my little sister. They do the math. But I am there for everything else. Yeah.
Mm.
I go to work, I give it my 200%. And
Mm.
then at the same time, I have personal dreams I'm still pursuing. I do my
Mm.
prepped meals thing. That's something that I feel it like in my bones. Like when I'm cooking, I'm like, yeah, my customers are gonna love this because that's what I want to do. I want to make things differently. I am dreaming of having this prepped meal company that is people always remember, honey. I am there for every busy individual out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the highlight was that structure. That
Mm.
structure was everything.
And just the lessons and the growth, because now that you're a mother, I'm sure there's so many lessons and there's a lot of growth that came with that. What has motherhood taught you about yourself? Before you become a mother, you think, oh, I know it all, nobody can say who I am. Lakini
I know, right?
there's some things that come out from me, and then you're just like, okay. Yeah, this is a lesson. This is something I need to take up. So, what has motherhood taught you about yourself?
That I am a very, very strong woman.
Mm, 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 mm.
Man, I'm strong. I had no idea because there are some friends of mine that have been through this roller coaster. And
Mm,
some of them got depressed enough to go see a therapist. And I'm like, why would you go see a therapist? They would
mm,
tell me the problem, and I'm like, honey, that's not even a problem.
mm,
So, you know what? Let me tell you how to do it.
mm, 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 mm,
Yeah. Focus on you. And they would do that, and it works. And they were like, oh, okay. You know what? I'm a hell of a woman. I had
mm,
no idea. And my faith right now is skyrocket. Like,
mm,
sometimes I don't even understand how I survive going tomorrow. Like,
mm.
there are times I feel like I am drowning. I will look at maybe the rent is due, I don't have school fees, I don't have what, and I was planning everything perfectly, and you don't even know where you went wrong. But then I still show up.
Yeah, yeah.
I still smile. And people wonder how that happens. Even I don't know, but looking at my past, I'm like, Hawa, you have dealt with worse case than this. So, yeah, you know what? Mothers are very strong.
Yeah,
Very
mothers are
strong.
strong. I think the strength starts when you have to push out the baby.
Word, word,
That's where the strength
word.
comes from. Jamani, askwambie mtu, when you're there and you're in pain and they're telling you to push
Yeah.
a whole human being, you're like, how? But yeah, I think the
You kind of
moment.
want to shout, like, don't you think I'm doing that? It's not
Yes,
working.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, Yamani, guys, I'm actually doing the thing that you're telling me to do, but you guys assume that I'm not doing enough, and me up deep down, I'm like, it's enough. And then when the babies come out, that's when you realize that, oh my goodness, I didn't know that I
You need
had this
that.
in me, and you did that. So when you talk about strength, I think that's something that most women should be commended for. It's not an easy thing to do, but I think now having to do the whole parenting, you're the mother, you're the father, you're the friend, you're the nurse, you're everything to those children. So absolutely,
Everything.
you are
Everything.
superhuman, like, and it does make sense when people have to sit down and question, and how does Howard do it. So I commend you for that. And now I think your kids are about what, 11 or 10.
10. They're 10.
10. For 10
Yeah.
years you've been a mother, and wow, you're doing it. Your kids are eating, they have shelter, they go to school. And now, when we try to shift back to, your mindset on relationships, how has your perspective on love and relationship changed, or rather evolved over the years?
Lord, that spider web. Right now, all I can say is I am unable to tolerate BS, especially
Mm,
from a man, and especially from Tanzania.
mm, mm, mm,
Because I have tried, and there were times that I kind of used me having kids as a weapon. Because when you tell them that, oh, yeah, you know what, I'm a single mother of twins, they're like, oh, I'll call you tomorrow, and then they disappear. It worked for me for a couple of times. But then you have those, you know what, I don't care. I want to do that anyways, only to turn out to be either they're not serious, or it was just a one time thing for them, just trying to see, okay, how it will look like if they're with you. But
mm,
now I think I cannot handle an immature individual.
mm, mm,
And I
mm,
think I've become more bold when it comes to relationships. Like, I'm not like a carefree me. They'll be like, oh, let me take a chance. Let me see.
mm, mm,
No, I know my worth. I will ask you what you do for a living. I will tell you what I want, and I'll put it on the table. And it's either you say yes or no. And if it's a no, let's not waste each other's time. So for now, I think I've become more straightforward. And I don't want to be biased. I don't think young people are in the cards for me. And I
mm,
think that's just maybe it's a cultural thing. For Tanzanian,
mm,
that's the thing. Yeah.
mm. Why is that? Why are young people not in your radar?
They don't like responsibilities because in reality, this is how I look at relationships. If you date me, you are dating me, and you're also dating what I have
Yeah.
ish. Not in a
Mm,
weird way. Like it's one of those buy one get two for free scenario. Yeah. So if you want to be with me, I am looking for a father figure and a family man. Someone who would ask, how are the kids before asking how I am? Because they know that is my weak spot. They know that is where my heart is. Young people don't have that. And if they do, you're rich, they're coming after your money. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying.
I would assume that there are probably people who have come to you or have wanted to be with you because of where you are and how you've evolved in your career. How has that ever
Oh,
happened?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like and there's this thing about titles in Tanzania as well. Yeah?
Mm.
Yeah, mtu akiona, hey, Hawa, business director. Oh, this is some sugar mommy that I'm looking for. Honey, no. Everything that I have is spoken for. So you'll find that I don't even remember the last time I bought nice shoes for myself. So right now, I'm in a space where if maybe I want to buy a shoe, I'll buy something that is durable for like 5 years and leave this whole, I want new clothes, I want new what for my kids.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need that. I need just something that's sustainable so that I can focus on the next thing.
That makes a lot of sense. And what do you wish society understood better about single mothers?
One is that we're not single mothers because something is wrong with us.
Mm,
And then two is we deserve love too, I think those are the two things that people keep on mixing up ish, you know? Because some people think that something is wrong with us, that's why we're single mother. Ana mdomo yule ndo maana. Alipata mimba ili amkamate yule mwanaume awe naye. Maybe there are people who have done that, but I have learned not to judge people by just looking at them. And that is why I operate the way I operate.
yeah.
That is why even if I meet someone and everyone is like, oh, that person is so arrogant, I'll be like, no, I'm going to meet them for myself and
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yes, yes.
But sasa hivi we have this thing, any society tayari imetugroup. Any
Yeah.
single mothers, yeah.
Ana
Mama
matatizo.
mtoto, hapana. Siku zote mama mtoto ana matatizo. Na hawawezi kupenda, hawawezi kulizika na mtu mmoja. They will never. Kwa sababu kwanza lazima ujiandae, one day they will go back to their ex. Yaani huyo mwanaume akija tu umeachwa. No, that's not true. Others wanasema hata kama ukijaribu kumapproach, they'll still think of, okay, I'm looking for the characteristics that I found kwa baby daddy. So I'm looking for those. No, that's not true. We just want to be loved like anyone else.
Yeah, yeah. It's just that, it just happened in the most unfortunate circumstances. But I would also think that nobody wishes to be a single mother because partnership does make things a little easier. That falls in all aspects, financially, emotionally. I sometimes just, nikikaa hapa nyumbani, and even now doing this podcast, I told my husband, you take this baby, I've fed this baby, kaa naye msinisumbue. But I can only imagine if he wasn't around, just being able to chase my dreams and the things that I
To
love.
do all those things, yeah.
To do all those things, it can be quite hard. So it's not that women just choose to be single mothers or single parents. Unfortunate circumstances do come up, and it's important to show single mothers love. So, and unajua watoto wakiwa wanakuwa, they usually say watoto wakiwa wadogo, huyo sio rafiki yako. It's more disciplinary type of love. But how would you describe your relationship with your children now that they're even getting older? I see you guys mnapiga picha pamoja, mnacheza pamoja. How is that relationship with you right now with your kids?
Okay, so nimejaribu raise my kids in a different way, from mimi nilivyokuwa raised. Our father was very protective. In a way that atakulimit maybe usicheze huku usicheze hivi mwisho saa 12 things like that, and you would always get what you want. Kitaka mdoli leo utanunuliwa, kesho utanunuliwa nini. But with my kids I have tried, and I'm grateful to God actually that my kids are one of those mama tununulie baskeli, nikijiangalia kwenye pochi I don't have shit. And
Mm.
if I tell them that mama hana hela today atakununulieni, they understand. Yani they don't come kusema kesho au waanze kulia aseme kwamba lazima ninunulie baskeli leo. They're different, and I'm grateful for that because it makes it easier. So our relationship, sana sana, it's more of a partnership, I can call it.
Mm.
Yeah, we have some sort of a partnership.
Mm.
Um, we help each other out. I might be feeling down. Sometimes wanakuja kuniongelesha, they don't know that they're giving me room to say something, but umefanya nini leo kazini? And then when nikisimulia, I feel good. I won't say the exact thing that happened, but we talk. If they want something, they'll ask. I will do. Yeah, we kind of have that harmony. Yeah, we kind of have that. Even when I'm
Mm.
doing my preps on Saturdays, they'll be there. My daughter's in charge of the branding, the containers. My son is in charge of the photo shoots for the food. Yeah, so yeah, we're building that. We're building that. And I'm also teaching them how to be independent,
Mm.
how to be expressive if you need something you say, but also expect that not every time you're asking for something you'll get it. Yeah. Sometimes people maybe don't have the capacity to help you, maybe they don't have money to give you. So if they say maybe leo hapana, don't throw a tantrum. It's normal for people to say no to you.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And if someone
Okay,
is mean to you, just say mama nakuja. Mama will handle it. Yeah.
that's amazing. And is there a moment with your kids ukakumbuka ukaambia hapa I'm actually doing just fine? Because I'm sure that there are points in you raising these kids where labda ulijidoubt, lakini now when you look at how they've become and just being around them and seeing how they're progressing in life, you're actually like, I'm doing just fine. What's one moment that reminded you of that?
Well, there was once a birthday party that we were at, the
Mm.
nephew's birthday party, and there were a lot of kids there. Now, my son, because of the complications that he has, there were some health complications that he kind of had to. He still has them until today. So he has
Mm.
mild autism.
Mm.
So whenever he tries to speak, he has issues, saying things straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he will struggle to talk unless it's
Mm.
chips or he's a foodie. So chips
Mm.
comes naturally. Um,
Mm.
so they're playing on the playground, and then one kid is like, "Why are you talking like that? Can you talk like a normal person?" And
Mm.
something in me just tang, And I'm looking at that scene. I'm like, should I go? It's a
Mm.
party. They'll see me like I'm nagging, but something kept telling me, just sit, Hawa, watch. And
Mm.
then my daughter goes up to this kid and is like, "What is your problem?"
Oh.
Oh, I'm telling him to speak properly, but he can't speak properly. Why is he not speaking properly? It's like, what did you want him to say?
Mm.
It is our turn to play on the slide. Like, fine. It is our turn to play on the slide.
Mm.
And the kid is like looking, like, okay. So the kid just walks
Mm.
away. And then my daughter
Mm.
just turns and is like, "Are you okay?" Asking the brother, "Are
Oh.
you okay?"
Oh.
I was like,
Oh.
"Yes, I'm fine." Puts a hand on the shoulder and they just walk away.
Oh.
That gesture, you
Yeah.
know, I
Mm.
was like, wow,
Mm.
I don't have
Yeah.
to worry.
Yeah, you don't have to worry because they have each
I
other's
don't have
back.
to worry, you
Mm.
know?
Yeah.
The way that they're always there for each other. There are a couple of scenarios where the brother had to do the same, but
Yeah.
it's just that because my daughter doesn't like talking in public a lot. And the fact that she
Mm.
did,
Yeah. Kind of
I was
shows.
so proud. Yani kichwa kama tikiti, literally.
Absolutely. Yani, I'm sitting here visualizing that moment. You must have been very proud kwa sababu it shows that umeinstill kwamba you guys are here to protect each other. Yani them coming
Yeah.
out as twins is just proof that they needed each other. Yani God had aligned
Mm,
that to happen so that they can
mm.
always be there for each other. And wow, that's amazing. Hongera mama kwa kazi kubwa unayofanya.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now, moving forward, I can imagine the pain and all the challenges ambazo umepitia. Do you feel like you're open to love and partnership again? And if yes, why? And if no, why?
I am open to partnership, but I prefer older men because I think they can understand more.
Mm,
And I think right now I'm less critical of myself. Like I'm not
mm,
looking to that you have to fit in this box kind of man, but there are some things that I'm like, you know what? This is a foundation. I can build on
yeah,
top of that because there's no perfect human.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm open to it, and I'm open to finding, the perfect father figure for my kids because we have
Mm,
had some scenarios where they would ask, some homeworks from school, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and I'll be like
mm,
struggling on how to do that because
mm,
I cannot tell them that, your dad walked away on us.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I have to find a way around it.
yeah.
So I had to even, yeah. So I think I've reached a point where, you know what? I am open to having a partner right now, a relationship.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, that's beautiful. Yamani, for anyone that's listening out there, if you know someone that is fit for Hawa because she's an amazing person, please Yamani, andika kwenye comment. We're ready for partnership. Just make sure he's a father figure and ajua what he's getting himself into. But yeah, please, wekeni kwenye comments. We're ready for this new relationship.
Oh my God. I know someone that we both know will be very happy with that statement right now.
Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh Lord.
You won't be mentioning names. You won't be mentioning names.
You're not
Absolutely
mentioning
not.
names.
Mm-mm. Hapana. Oh man. Yeah. Yani, one of the people, I think mi mwenyewe zamani nimejaribu kukutafutia mtu hapa na pale. And it's not because it's not because I'm a matchmaker, but because for me it will just be a very exciting moment to see you with someone ambaye atakuvalue. Unajua, for all that you are, for the woman that you are becoming day in, day out, it would just be a thrilling moment to just see someone embrace you. So yani guys, nikisema naomba jamani, kama mnamjua mtu, niko very serious because this woman is one of a kind and she deserves better. And yeah, there are a lot of women that hold on to toxic and healthy relationships.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and for you, you had I would say you had an option of saying, you know what, hata kama umeamua usije kuwaona hawa watoto, tutabanana hapo hapo nyumbani. But for you, you just decided to take the higher route kwamba, you know what, mimi I'll just go stay with my family. What's something that you would say to someone who is considering of leaving a unhealthy relationship? What's something that you would tell them so that they can make that decision kwamba jamani, and as much as being a single mother is hard, lakini I would rather do this than stay in an unhealthy relationship.
So one, I would tell them that they're valuable. Yeah. They are important as
Mm,
whatever this partner of theirs is prioritizing. They
mm,
deserve the equal value of it.
mm,
Yeah. There was one time that I was, sitting with this lady and she kind of said something that stick to me in terms of relationship. She told me that when you find the right person, the only biggest fight that you guys will ever have is who sleeps on which sides of the bed. Like
mm,
that is the most bloody argument you can have with your partner. But everything
mm,
else
yeah.
will fall smoothly.
Mm,
Everything will happen smoothly. It's like
Mm,
it's just a continuation of flow. It's like just waterfalls just falling down. It's usually no obstacle.
mm,
So if you already see those patterns, it's okay. It's okay because they are supposed to value you,
mm.
not the other way around. It's supposed to be a mutual thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to struggle to get his attention. He's supposed to give it to you
Mm,
because you are the mother of his child.
mm.
Yeah. You have witnessed how magical that process of having a child until a child is born is. That's not something that we take lightly. So there should be that respect. There should be that I treasure you because you have brought this mini me into the world. You have done the biggest thing that no one else has ever done, you know?
Yeah.
Some people have struggled. People have died during childbirth, but this survived.
Yeah.
You are fortunate to have this woman in your life. So
Mm,
if he doesn't see a value in you, it's okay. It's very okay. You can just walk out.
yeah.
And then second is support system is usually the best, but again, not everyone has it. But
Mm,
right now, the world has changed. There are a lot of places, there are a lot of communities where you can go in, have someone to talk to.
yeah.
There are a lot of foundations that help women that you can go to.
Mm,
People can start businesses just because you're a woman and they prioritize women. You can get mtaji, unaanzisha biashara yako. It's no longer the same as it was before. Kwamba
yeah.
unatoka, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that they can do. Any health ya kwako as a single mom is important.
Mm,
So wanatakiwa wajiwaze wenyewe, yani wajiprioritize themselves. Because
mm,
there's only so much you can do jamani. Huwezi ukambadilisha mtu mzima.
yeah. Kabisa. Yeah. You
Huwezi
can't.
kumbadilisha mtu mzima.
Hawezi.
So if it's not working, it's not working.
Yeah.
Na kama unahisi kwamba there was a time that he was actually in love with you, mpe space. If he
Mm,
comes back, he was yours. If he didn't, hakuwa kwako. It's okay.
yeah.
Always find someone else.
We are wrapping up, and just something ambacho kwa kweli, sometimes it's the hard truth, lakini it's also something that one still needs to think about. I remember when we used to work together, I wasn't very I felt somehow about dating, especially in Tanzania. Not because I'm biased, but because culture does define a lot of people. When we allow culture to define us, it does define us. And for the most
Kabisa.
part, a lot of men in Tanzania roll out or behave in a certain way that is almost uniform. So when you see
Mm,
one, it's most likely the next one will be very similar.
the same.
And
Mm,
yeah, kwa hiyo nikawa very skeptical with dating. There are times yani nilikuwa sitaki kusikia. And when I would talk to guys or when I would talk to people, they're like, you have such high expectations, na nini na nini. And I'm like, no,
yeah.
actually, it has nothing to do with high expectations, but it's more about how I value myself and what I feel I can bring to this person should we decide to be together. But as I was constantly contemplating on that, eventually I came to terms with if I never find permanent relationship or permanent romantic relationship, will I be fine? And I told myself, I think you'll be fine because my world was almost complete. I had family, I had friends,
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
my own interests, I enjoyed my own company. I enjoyed a lot of
Mm.
things outside of just wanting to be in a relationship. So now for you, if you never found permanent romantic relationship or partnership, would you be okay doing life alone? And what would that look like?
I would definitely be okay. Absolutely. And for me, obviously it will be work, but also I think I will step up a bit in terms of doing the things that I love. I'm
Mm,
thinking of opening that extrovert door a bit, not to a
mm.
crazy extent, but to an extent that is, you know, fun. I
Yeah.
want to be the same fun person. And now that some people are 10 years old, getting
Mm,
bigger,
yeah.
I get that space. you know. But I already think that I have a lot happening in my life right now to be okay with it. I have a structure that works. So even when I'm going into this saying, you know what, I'm ready for that relationship, I'm also ready for not having that relationship. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Because during my me time, I still write. Yeah. And other times I do the cooking, the prep meals are going well, perception is good. So I am in that space where I'm actually happy. And as a person, I'm also happy because I have a purpose. And until that purpose is gone, I don't think it will be gone anyways because children are never old enough to their moms. But I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
That's good. Now for the final one. If you could go back and speak to your younger self the day you found out, I'm going to be a single mother, what would you say to yourself?
I would say that there is no reason for you to have, just wait for everyone to go to bed and just cry your balls out thinking that how you're going to do it. Because you're going to be great at it and you're going to inspire a lot of people who are in the same situation as you. And life is just life. Oh, better saying, Mungu akileta mtoto analeta na sahani yake. I love that one.
Absolutely. Yes.
I love that one. Yeah. It has worked wonders for me all the time. All the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I agree. Hawa, this has been very inspiring. As much as I know you, I think leo nimepata nafasi kusikia the whole story, and it's just fascinating to see how you've been able to overcome all those challenges, and now your kids are 10. Man. Yani you have done, kwa sababu mi mtoto wangu ana miezi mingapi? Miezi minne. Oh, I'm just thinking 9 years huko, and you're doing it alone, but you have family, you have friends ambao kweli ndio wanakusupport, lakini at the end of the day it's you and those kids, and I applaud you for the job ambayo unaifanya, and you do it proudly. I'm grateful to know you. I'm grateful to see you grow in your journey. Hongera sana. Thank you for coming on to Hadithi Yangu podcast. And I'm excited to see your kids in the next 10 years. Wakiwa wanaenda chuo huko, they're excelling in whatever thing that they want to do. So thank you so much for coming to Hadithi Yangu podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Hawa. Bye.
Bye.
Dear listener, thank you for taking this journey with us. We are so grateful to have you on board. To help us grow, please share this show with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe. We are on Instagram and TikTok under the name Hadithi Yangu Podcast. We would love to hear from you. Share your feedback. And if you have a story you want to share with the world, send us a DM or an email on hadithiyangupodcast@gmail.com.